Hello everyone, this is Dr. Jaden. Welcome to E-Ming Medicine. Today we will discuss about how to figure out somebody you possibly meet would be your friends or your rivals. This topic was not in my plan for this week, but someone asked me questions about it, so I decided to make it. This is a little advanced theory of Bazi, so I put Bazi Intermediate in the title and made the background with blue color, so you can differentiate what are basic and what are intermediate videos. I personally think it's better to learn both. Basic stuffs are really necessary for studying something from A to Z, but sometimes they could be boring. In intermediate videos, I will put more practical stuffs that you guys can immediately use. Okay, let's start. We meet numerous people in our life. Some friends we make remain good friends for a long time. However, some people seem to be friends in the beginning but are unable to maintain their relationship. Some people make good friends easily in any situation, but some people always build up jealousy in society. Some people get support by other people easily, but some people sometimes get betrayed by someone they believe. That mostly happens with money in business field and sometimes with romantic relationships. All these situations with other people we meet can be figured out in Bazi chart using same 5-element relation. There are Chinese terms for that, which means shoulder-to-shoulder relations and plunderals, but I will just call it as friendship element. With a friendship element, the same element as daily master, we can define several relationships, such as friendships, siblings, classmates, or co-workers in a narrow sense, who are in parallel positions with daily master. However, broadly, it can describe all people in the world. So for Jia and Yiwood, friendship element is also wood. So Jia and Yiwood in heavenly stems, and Inwood and Maowood, the tiger and the rabbit in earthly branches, become friendship element. Stems and branches are interpreted in several different ways. As we discussed before, earthly branches have more seasonal aspect. So we can determine the strength of wood when we see the wood branches. However, the heavenly stems are considered as the meaning of the main subject who actually exerts and leads the earthly branches' seasonal aspect. Because they have an equal position as daily master, sometimes friendship elements on the heavenly stems are considered as competitors or rivals. On the other hand, heavenly stems are considered as external influences that are exposed to everyone, while earthly branches can be the unexposed influences, which only I can know and feel. Usually heavenly stems lead our mind and thinking, and it has more idealistic aspect, while earthly branches lead experiences and it has more realistic aspect. Therefore, there can be various forms of friendship elements. It is possible that daily master meets someone who is responsible for a certain incident and whom everybody can see and possibly can be a competitors, which is heavenly stems. Or there could be someone who remains mute and silently helps the daily master or doesn't help, if it comes through earthly branches. Sometimes someone can bring the summer energy to the daily master, and sometimes someone can bring the fall energy to the daily master like this. If someone's daily pillar looks like this, and if this person meets this kind of friend, Yi Mao, first, this daily master might think this Yiwood looks like a weaker and more sensitive person because it's Inwood. However, he will realize this person has more charisma and leadership because it has strong root. versus this Ja wood is controlled by metal, which is considered as a weaker stem. I can't list all the possible examples right now, but I will explain more with real cases in the last part of this video. In friendship elements, there are two basic principles that we want to see. First, if daily master is strong, friendship elements are usually act as people who are stealing daily master's stuff, such as money, honor, spotlight, and sometimes relationships. However, if daily master is weak, friendship elements are usually helpful for the daily master. You can understand more easily when you see 5-element cycle. If daily master becomes strong like this, friendship elements add more energy to the dominant energy, increasing its partiality. However, if daily master is weak, friendship elements help daily master to deal with dominant energy better. Let's dive into real cases. This is a Bazi chart of Cristiano Ronaldo, the famous Portuguese football player. The daily master is E wood, and it is strongly supported by high water here. And there are tiger and rabbit here, which are In wood and Mao wood. So this is considered as a really strong chart. And Yongxin is definitely earth and fire to drain and balance this chart. We can see there is another E wood on the yearly stem, the friendship element. And earth is located in between those two E woods, which is controlled by them at the same time. Actually, it is controlled by this tiger as well. Therefore, these three people are splitting one earth, so to speak. By the way, earth is interpreted as money element or romantic relation for wood daily master. So it can literally mean the portion he is supposed to get is somewhat decreased by 1/3 because of the friendship elements, which possibly can be his rival. However, this chart has other earth here and there, so it might not be exactly 1/3. But there is a metaphorical meaning that he is earning less than the expectation. Maybe he has to divide some of his money to his siblings. Who knows? Let's look at his Da Yun. From the age 30, this chart has been in the Earth Da Yun, which is Yongxin. Here the Cho Earth is too cold for this chart because it is winter Earth. But this Shu Earth is dry Yang Earth and has a potential to block the water flow and fire up. So this is a really good flow for him. However, what I want to explain through this Da Yun is about the Ja wood here. This chart is somewhat already competitive due to friendship element E wood. But in this flow, another friendship element came to this chart, which can be interpreted as a real competitor. Actually, there was another E wood in the age between 20 to 29, but this Ja wood is different because it is Yang wood, especially in the male chart, meaning it has a bigger force than the daily master E wood. Moreover, this Ja wood has dry Yang earth as his earthly branches. Therefore, anyway in this period, whether this person, Cristiano Ronaldo, is really good or not, he has always been compared with somebody who looks and might be a little better than him. And Ronaldo might think that person as a rival. And his competitive spirit might be really increased in this period. I think this Ja wood is Lionel Messi, the Argentina football player. Interestingly, person who has Ja wood as daily master is usually smaller than E wood. I think it's because Ja wood is like a sprout. This Ja wood is sitting on the earth as a root, so he has a real money force actually. Versus Ronaldo has earth here and there, but there's not enough root and support in this chart. According to L'Equipe, the French daily newspaper, Messi earns much more monthly wage than Ronaldo, It is almost double amount. What Ronaldo gets is still huge amount, but compared to Messi, he's in the second rank. Anyway, Cristiano Ronaldo can have a really successful life in this period, but the crux is, there is another one who looks better than him, and Ronaldo can always be in a situation inevitably that he has to be aware of someone as a rival. This was not really in my plan for today, but I really want to look at Lionel Messi's chart. And you can see his daily master is Jawood. It is a coincidence. Can you guys see that Lionel Messi's chart is weaker than Ronaldo's? This chart is not too weak because of these woods, but fire is definitely dominant in this chart. So water becomes Yongshin, and wood and metal can be the secondary Yongshin. If we see the Dayun of this chart, we can see there are water stem with wood branch in the age between 26 to 35. First, friendship element is helpful in a weak chart, so this period is great time for him. But second, there is a more important thing in this chart, which is friendship elements are not appeared on the heavenly stem. Only Jawood is getting spotlight in this chart. Like this, friendship elements in a strong chart is considered as competitors. However, usually when we want to see rivals or competitors for any chart, we want to look for friendship elements on the heavenly stem. So I guess actually Lionel Messi doesn't think anybody as a rival. He's just focusing on what he can play in his games and somewhat much more cooperative with his team members because his chart is supported by friendship elements. If you guys look at Messi's play style, he exchanges passes with other players a lot. He's more flexible in the field. Of course, the team Barcelona pursues tiki-taka style more, but Cristiano Ronaldo tends to keep the ball and tries to make goals by himself more. The last thing I want to talk about this chart is Chun Earth, the dragon. This is money element for Lionel Messi, which is not distributed here and there. It is just located at the bottom of Daily Master and gets supported by these fires. And Dragon Earth has water source like a reservoir in it, which tries not to make this chart exploded by too much fire. Therefore, this chart is already ready for making money if it meets a good flow of Dayun. These two Dayun, the age between 26 to 45, are really good for money making because of friendship elements in the earthly branches. Let's change our topic a little bit. In romantic relations, friendship element is also important because it directly indicates competitors in the world, especially when friendship elements are located in the heavenly stems. This is a female chart, and I don't know her time of birth. Her daily master is Wu Earth, and there's another Wu Earth on the yearly stem. And in 2019, there's G Earth coming to this chart. Therefore, metaphorically, this Jawood on the monthly stem is looking at 3 women at the same time, which means this Jawood has 3 possible chances to meet somebody, or possibly make an affair. By the way, the element that controls daily master is considered as a romantic relation for female. So this daily master has already a competition in her chart, but now the competition has been excessive because of the G Earth in 2019. If the daily master of female chart is yang stem, we need to watch out when yin stem comes as friendship element, because yin stem has more feminine quality. So this Jawood should be more interested in this G Earth in 2019 because first it is in Earth, and second because it has water down here that can generate this wood. Here's another female chart. Daily master is Jawood, but there is E wood on monthly stem, which is friendship element that has in aspect. So this woman always has a possibility for competition in her romantic relation, no matter how pretty she is. And in this Da-yun, her husband element is appeared in heavenly stem, started making an affair with another woman. This chart is little weak but very balanced chart, but still the friendship element acts as a competitor. Like this, in romantic relation, having friendship element in the heavenly stem can make something happen, or at least it makes people having a jealousy mind. So watch out your partner's whereabouts if you have friendship elements in the heavenly stem. Don't try to introduce your friends who is really handsome or pretty, okay? Today the video was a little long, I apologize about that. I will try to make more intermediate lectures from time to time. If you have any question, please comment on this video or send me an email to drjkemedicine@gmail.com. Thank you for watching this video. This was Dr. Jaden, and I will see you again. Bye.